The next story we have here is about the Amazing Spider-Man franchise, primarily about the fourth movie that's in line. If you heard us talk about it before, we mentioned how there was going to be the Amazing Spider-Man trilogy, plus there's going to be a fourth movie as well. And Mark Webb, the director, kind of gave a hint as far as the fourth movie not just being about Spider-Man, which got people thinking maybe this could be a spin-off kind of film, which also got people thinking that this might be a Venom film. What do you guys think about that possibility?
Well, yeah, I think the original way they wanted to set it up is to continue to do movies in this trilogy-style fashion, telling stories over 3 movies. But every fourth story, Mark Webb was talking about, having a different Spider-Man person featured. Not necessarily Peter Parker, but maybe, say, a Black Cat or, whatever else, that kind of situation. If they were to do that and have more of a villain-centric point of view story and happen to do that with the fourth, and it just so happened to be Venom, it can be done very well, and I will tell you why. Because of the short film that came out at Comic-Con this year, Truth in Advertising. If you go watch Truth in Advertising on YouTube, you will see how an Eddie Brock-centered character can be done. Because it's already been done.
And I guess to add with that, doing anything that involves Venom, because Venom has had his own titles before. Venom is a standalone character. He totally can stand all by himself in a movie, which realistically, yeah, I'm sure you could pretty much do at this point. But as far as having it do with Spider-Man, I'm thinking Prelude, something in the third film going into the fourth film. If they're going to do it like that, it'll be a prelude to, because Venom is a huge deal. When they did the original Venom for the third film, I don't think they realized how big of a character they were using in a film, and his portrayal in that movie it didn't live up to the expectations you had from this character.
It was kind of very typical of how a lot of, I feel a lot of superhero movies, when they get to a third film go, where they're trying to cram in so much because they know that's the last movie essentially. It's the trilogy.
It's jump the shark scenario.
Yeah.
We have nothing else to do. Let's just throw it all in there and see. I would hope at this point, say with the Spider-Man franchise, at the end of this movie, we at least get a hint about it. Give us the framework now if you plan on doing that in a fourth movie. That's fine. We can wait a couple movies. We've done it with the Avengers film.
Yeah.
You know that the audience can handle it.
And who's to say that, because we only really know that Electro, and the Rhino are the main villains of the new film. Who's to say they won't implement a third, maybe even a fourth, not cameo, but something to let you know.
Well, we know for a fact that Norman Osborn is out there.
Well, of course.
We know that.
That was
he's
first,
the lingering threat at this point.
They already dropped the first bomb for that one, if you put Oscorp anywhere in that movie, yes, he's going to be in it. There's no way you could not introduce his company and not introduce his character later on.
And he's such a major villain too,
But as far as Venom being in his own movie, I totally give it a thumbs up.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah,
I'd watch it.
Yeah, I definitely would watch it, and that's
especially done the way Truth in Journalism. Please go watch it. It's awesome.
And that's cool because technically they could still put Spider-Man in the movie, but still make Venom the main.
Right, and that would be. That's what I'm saying. It's a villain centric thing. So the perspective you see is from the villain.
Oh yeah.
Which would be awesome because now you've got the hero in the passing role, so it would be even more comic book-ish, graphic novel-ish than the traditional way
and that's doing a movie, being able to step outside of that box and looking at it from how you would write a comic book is even better. You take notes from the first Hulk movie, how they did the movie like a comic book. That was amazing. That's what made me like that movie the most, is that how they set up all the scenes, the story, with the way you were viewing the movie. That sold me on that movie. And that's brought up 2 other things. One, the actor. And when you pick an actor, it's got to be somebody that can really do dual roles, because Venom is more than one role. He's technically two things.
I mean,
we are Venom.
It's got to be more CGI. You're going to have a CGI-esque Venom.
I'm just thinking about Psyche.
Right, that's what I'm saying. From the Eddie Brock point of view, you have to have somebody to sell that part.
If you've read a lot of Spider-Man, the symbiote's first, we'll say, love was Peter Parker. It always wants to
It's
go
like
back.
a bad girlfriend.
Yeah, seriously.
It's really like a bad girlfriend.
And with it being with Eddie Brock, he has a very, like, unique relationship with Venom where he'll, like, refer to Venom like we are Venom. Like, that's a big deal. And
that's why Venom is so terrifying.
Yeah.
Because the symbiote knows Peter Parker inside and out.
Oh, definitely.
Which makes him a good character, makes it a good character.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's honestly one of those things where I think fans will probably demand it more at this point. They would want to see Venom a lot more because he's
done correctly.
Yeah,
they want to see Venom done correctly.
Yeah. He's just such a good character to put with Spider-Man. And a fourth movie, yeah. Not a third one, but a fourth one, yes. I would definitely say that.
But drop us hints.
Yeah.
Give us some nuggets.
Jamie Foxx's character is going to be really interesting too because this is his first time actually playing like a real villain role. And for it being Marvel, that's kind of a big deal. For being Spider-Man, it's even more of a big deal. And I know a lot of people will have high expectations of him actually playing a villain, playing something that's a lot more sinister than he's normally used to playing. And not to mention, they even said that when he was doing a lot of, like, his accent's going to be different and stuff. So he's definitely pulling out a lot more, I guess, for the character itself. So hopefully he'll be really believable as a villain. Yeah.
As long as he can, like, sell it, that's like the main thing.
Definitely.
We'll see.
Definitely.